Gaming's toilet?
No, I missed that one.
So I meant to hit like the top of our Dota 2, and I accidentally clicked new, which happens occasionally because it's like right next to each other, and I was on my laptop just flicking across.
Uh-huh.
And so I go to new, and 1 minute before there's a post, and the clue is 3 years ago, my father cluelessly used Wings Gaming's toilet and proceeded to clog it with a deuce. He then took their Chinese flag as a trophy, badge shown as proof, and he has the flag and his sweet badge from that TI. I was just like, wow, what what a post to randomly stumble across in our new.
That is a very weird post.
It's now top 4 on the subreddit.
That's one of those like oh, Purge, are you ready?
Oh,
I'm ready.
Look
I
at
just
this
kind of
guy.
get a glass of water, but other than that,
So
ready.
clean, so fresh. Boys, I'm really excited.
same.
If we join a party, can we all join the spectate at the same time? Or
Yep.
no?
Wouldn't it be delayed?
Yeah, it should work.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. So we're going to have a mixture here, folks. I saw a lot of people, and we were warming up, concerned about the spectator features. Don't worry. We're prepared. We've got a stream capture solution. Most of the players participating are streaming. I don't think it's actually all of them, but probably like 75% or so. Enough that we will have at least one person in every game so we can get that little scoreboard and kind of toggle back and forth. But there was a nice patch for auto chess. Did it come out last night or yesterday morning, I guess?
Yeah, something like that.
It helped the in-game a little bit. At least now you can see colors when you're spectating when people are battling. So that's something. You still don't get the proper scoreboard, but you can look at mana and items and all that kind of stuff. So I think we can make it work, and I'm excited to see these new pieces in action, boys.
You mean chesses?
Chesses, yes, the new chesses.
Yeah, the one I haven't seen quite. I've seen a couple Death Prophets, but I that's the one I know the least about.
Just use her ultimate? I assume it's her ultimate. Right?
Yeah, it's her ulti. But I've seen it used. I just haven't really seen. I haven't seen like a level 2, for example.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I got back from the airport 7.5 hours ago after being gone for 20 days, so I'm fucking ready, dude.
Purge is on the
Auto
grind,
chess
man.
pretty much the whole time at nights and stuff because I basically watched it all day and then I play auto chess at night, so I'm super ready. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
I'm glad you did your research.
Of course.
So we're looking at the chess pieces right now. I made this beautiful overlay, nice screen cap from in-game for while we're waiting. I haven't gotten to play with the new Death Prophet either, but I saw BSJ playing with it a little bit last night, and it seemed pretty good. I think you were the one that mentioned earlier this morning, Trent, that the fundamental problem is that Enigma already exists. He's still
for the Warlock bonus.
Yeah.
I will say it is a little bit better that Death Prophet is like, because sometimes when I usually run Warlock, because I think Shadow Fiend's just kind of broken, so you tend to stumble into at least a level 1 Warlock through most of your games, and then eventually you replace one of them with Enigma in the end game. But now, like for example, let's say you have a Knight thing going where you just happen to stumble, like you wind up with an Abba in the late game, but you have no undead. So maybe you'll take the Death Prophet instead of the Enigma, for example, because Enigma's elemental bonus is pretty unused, I would say, in most late game comps.
Yeah, I always want to use it because I'm like, damn, everything gets stone reflection or whatever. But it's probably only really good against like knights, anyways, because it's the only like super melee heavy composition.
Yeah, exactly. Most things by the end game are like arranged, but in the end game you also have like Ravages and like Medusa ults and stuff. So it's kind of like if you can stall those out by them getting stoned while you're stunned, that is pretty sweet.
So what was the? Somebody said you said that somebody was saying that Death Prophet seems unnecessary because there's Enigma. I don't really fully agree with that. Like they both have Warlock, but the important thing is that Death Prophet's undead, which means that you can get minus armor to enemies, and her ultimate should do physical damage, whereas Enigma would do AoE pure. So hypothetically, if you have like a lot of undead, if you go like quad undead or something like that, then Death Prophet's ultimate is probably really good.
I could definitely see that working. I think Enigma's ulti is just kind of insane though. It tends to do a lot of damage.
It is, yeah.
I like
it kind of
a lot.
depends
It's huge
how much everyone bounces around, but yeah, it's really.
And there was also, so they tweaked a lot of the like the Hunter combo, the Beast combo, and the Undead. It went from -5, -7 to -4, -6. I guess maybe to account for having an extra Undead now added in.
Yeah, that one was so good though. That I really liked running an Abba and a Necro like whenever I could, basically.
It was sort of
really easy.
A
just
value 2 bonus.
Yeah, like half the time you're like, I have hunters, I have a Drow Ranger, and I'm like, oh shit, I could just throw in one Necrophos,
Yeah.
even if it's level 1, and all of a sudden I probably do 20% more.
Just glancing at other changes here, a couple of tweaks. I think this change to Lina is actually pretty significant. Base attack rate improved by 0.3. I saw Amaz playing it in a warm-up just maybe 30 minutes ago, and he said that Lina is shooting Lagunas like crazy. It's one of those, it looks like a small number, but it actually has a pretty big impact.
Well,
I have seen her again though, still get to 100 mana, have her cooldown ready, and then just not throw it out.
Well,
So I
that
don't
kinda
know.
happens
I'm not
on-
putting my faith in Luna if I'm playing personally.
It happens to like every unit once in a while, I think.
That's true.
But that is the reason that Lena was so bad, just because she has a really bad base animation in Dota 2, which means that it takes a long time for her to throw a projectile. So if somebody jumps or like if she gets interrupted, she has to fucking
That's the
start it over
most
again.
tilting
So,
thing, dude.
so decreasing her BAT means that she attacks faster, basically, and therefore when you attack faster, your animations also get reduced. So this is basically like a DPS increase by a pretty huge amount, and
Yeah.
also an animation reduction. So it's just all around better.
Like an accuracy improvement essentially, because when
Yeah.
you have Lena
Yeah.
and then she throws at that Laguna just as they're jumping, you're so sad.
Dude, I hate a lot of things with that, like Dagon. Like you start the round and some guy gets Dagon that's like midair. I'm like, great, dude, thanks.
all right, boys. So we're loading into the first game. I can toggle. I can sort of manually switch between streams, but it takes me a little bit. So if there's somebody in particular that you guys want to see or talk about, I can pull it up, but you have to give me a little bit. I've got Amaz queued up right now, and they are just loading in, so we should be able to hop into
where are you seeing
first
program
match
feed, Trent?
before too long.
I'm just looking at the Moonduck TV Twitch.
Okay,
There's
I
no
wasn't
delay.
sure.
It's like 15
I
seconds.
thought I missed like a message or.
No, we're not that high tech.
No.
Come on.
I'm more just saying I don't have an ATEM here. I don't have 16 different screens going on. I've basically just got one that I can move around to different streams. So I'm a little slow with it, I guess, let's say. But I guess until we can grab somebody to spectate, let's stick on Amaz for now and have a small listen.
As you can see, we have Bulldog,
Um,
aka Gotchi is manly.
Well,
It's been tagged as that for quite a while.
He has, yeah. You know what I really like about auto chess tournaments when I was thinking about it was like it really isn't a big deal if people stream cheat each other. It literally doesn't matter other than like listening to strategy stuff.
Except
'Cause
for
I was-
Ricky. Duh.
Oh, damn, you're so right, dude. You can now stream cheat,
Well,
and it
The
matters.
hacks.
looks like there was
Different game.
some issue with that one. I think they're going to remake. Not sure exactly what happened.
I saw Aosin and Toby.
Okay.
So when I was doing research for our when we're gonna play, there's like a staff cup going on soon. I like just randomly opened the leaderboard and I saw BSJ was like number 2, and I was like, we're gonna fucking lose. The first thing I thought.
Wait, who's he playing for?
Complexity, I think, because he's under their streaming org.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys want the real bad news bears on that. I invited Synderen to play with us. He wasn't sure. BTS pushed me to choose somebody, so Eosin's on our team, and now Synderen's playing on another team. Is it European Casters or something like
Yeah.
that? They made another squad, so now we're going to have to play against our own boy.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up, dude. That hurt.
Oh,
That one stung a
Bulldog
little
got
bit.
banned. Classic. So for those unaware, they added a report feature because there were definitely some hacks popping up in the world of auto chess. Unfortunately, there's a side effect in that it works basically off just a bunch of reports. So it's an automatic system, and so it's just like the original Dota, where everyone would just report Sing Sing and he would get banned. And that's what's happening to pretty much all the famous streamers. So they all got banned, so they all have to play on their Smurfs.
So I guess apparently the dev is working on it, and I think he's been
Yes.
kind of going through and unbanning people and stuff. So it's a temporary road bump right now. I think we'll get over it. But yeah, that's more money, more problems, I guess, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, I should
yeah.
say, okay, sorry, let me apologize. It was a hack thing. It wasn't fully automated. Sorry. Okay, that is true. I actually forgot about that. So there appears to have been some sort of way that people hacked into the system and caused the bans. It wasn't just like a bunch of people.
Okay.
But anyway, what I'm trying to get around to is that he didn't get banned. That's Bulldog did not do anything that cheated. People pretended to be Bulldog, and then they got cheated. Yeah, sorry.
Gotcha.
My bad.
Gotcha.
Misleading. Tag me as misleading on the subreddit.
Have you guys played against a cheater recently? I had one when I was at ESL, and some guy was like spawning level 5 heroes units. Like
Oh, really?
second
No, I-
round. Yeah.
I had
I
not
made a
heard
video
about
of it.
that.
and I
No.
send it to the auto chess devs. I have it on my YouTube channel if you guys want to watch it. But it was just like super blatant. I looked
So
over
you
and
won,
I'm
right?
like, yeah, of course. I abandoned on round 3. Everybody just quit. And it's like, dude, you can't reveal your hand that hard because everyone's just gonna fucking leave. Like, what are you
Right.
thinking?
Yeah, exactly. That's the magic to like quote good cheats. You know, like Map Hack lets you see stuff, but you still have to play the hero and use that knowledge. That's just like, hey guys, look, I'm level 25 at 5 minutes. Awesome, fun game.
You could probably like power level abuse like a rank, because then everybody would leave right away, so you'd win every game basically
Yeah.
really quickly. So maybe there's that was the benefit, but
Still, yeah,
yeah.
cool.
Oh, well.
I mean, well done. You're high rank in auto chess now. Have you
Yeah.
guys played the other 2 heroes at all? We talked about Death Prophet, but Marana and Ricky. Trent, what's the analysis on Marana? Boom or bust for this pretty lady?
I mean, I've tried her a few times. She seems pretty bust. The only benefit to Mirana is that when she's level 2, she has the bunny mount, which is like real expensive, and you'll never get that in your real Dota game. So if you want to pretend you have an expensive casting, or expensive item, then yeah, go for Mirana. But the way that she works, if you guys haven't figured it out, is that if the Mirana on your board, so when you're fighting the person who spawns on yours, will throw an arrow. This arrow will attack the board at which you're fighting at. So
Yeah.
if I'm fighting Andrew, and I've got my board, and then he's got his board, the Mirana on my board is going to fly across the map and hit one of his units way over there, and then vice versa, your Mirana that's been sent away to fight an opponent will fire an arrow back onto your current board to try and help you out. It's real weird. She doesn't particularly do a lot of right-click damage either. So you basically just want her for synergy.
So
That's
so
kind
you're
of it.
saying they're doing that for the purpose of increasing the stun duration, or is it just shitty did they just do a bad
That's
job
just
putting it
the
in?
idea, I guess. It's just an idea
Ugh.
of like, oh, what if you impacted the other board?
I mean, it's kind of cool because of the whole like long range arrow thing, but it's so fucking RNG because
Yeah.
based on your board position, it's like your board positioning on the map now matters.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. It's very odd. Now, I will say, just so you guys know, the arrow can never miss. It is like, it basically locks onto a target, and it flies across the map, and then it just drops a starfall thing on them that does the impact. So
Okay.
it's not like the arrow's ever going to miss on someone.
Oh, I thought it was the regular arrow.
I wonder
It
if
is a
it's-
regular arrow. It shoots across, but I just wanted to be like, it doesn't have to count on that unit staying still the entire time.
But you're saying it does a starfall, though?
Well, it just has a little animation.
The animation looks like Starfall when it stuns and does damage.
Yeah.
I wonder if
fine,
it's
I
a
see.
precaution for like if you get Marana a Void Stone or something and she gets arrow really fast, if it's somehow too broken, because it just kind of like insta-gives a unit really quickly. But I don't understand the mechanic. I picked her not knowing that, and I just thought it was a broken mechanic or something. But oh, boys, I think we are actually loaded into game number 1 here. This is our second load. Let's hop back onto the Amaz cam. So format-wise, I guess we actually didn't really talk about it, but I do have a quick screen grab here we can show. So there's going to be 4 rounds. Group A is what we're starting with. That's Amaz, Fino, Tides of Time, Bulldog, Bloody Nine, Aosin, Swim, and Toby. We're going to have Group B after this, and then it's going to be a losers and a finals. Really, the big key thing to note is the bottom place in Group A and Group B is eliminated. So there is something on the line. This isn't just seeding. If you're dead last here, you're out, baby.
Hype.
That's pretty fair. Just like last of the 8, only one person gets completely knocked, correct?
Yes. So 2 people are eliminated at the end of the first 2 rounds. So going into the 3rd round, there's 14 people left.
Okay, something you were mentioning about Voidstone, I think that item's fucking busted. It's like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many units where like if you put a Voidstone on them, they're amazing. Like Nature's Prophet with a Voidstone is actually really good because he spawns like 3
Terrorblade.
trees. Like Terrorblade, there's so many units that are just busted. Maybe not busted, but just like actually really good with the Voidstone.
So
It's
are one of you
it's
guys
really
friends with Toby or Eosin, and we can spectate
Yep.
this game here in the
Yeah,
client
I'm
as well?
jumping into it. But
good. Wait, make sure that you're a lobby host, otherwise it won't give us the prompt.
Spike me over you, Nero. Let's go.
Is the easy way to do it.
oh, I see.
So I make Trent leader.
Yeah.
All right, there you
Might
go,
work
bud.
then.
All right. Did they add a delay?
Not going
I hope
too
not.
well already.
That would be lame.
It
I
has
guess we'll
prompted
see.
me.
Fino got a massive
We're
axe.
joining.
Like, this is so stupid.
I
hope
think
you
there is a
guys-
delay when you watch through Dota TV though.
Oh yeah, they're
Possibly?
about to. Yeah, they're about to place pieces because everything on Dota TV is delayed 2 minutes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
always.
you're right. It just has the built-in delay from It doesn't differentiate.
Can you Dota Plus live spectate it? A custom game?
Oh, I don't think that works with custom games, but I'll check.
That's what they need to solve this problem, basically. Because then all you need to do is be Steam friends with at least one player.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
And you'd be able to get it. Damn. All right. Well,
That's why we have
It
the
might just
stream
be-
view.
Twitch chat
That's true.
That is very true. However, I'm going to have to still toggle back and forth because it takes me a second to switch between streams. So not ideal, but we'll make it work. Again, at least we've got some people here.
this is like one case where you can just give the devs like complete like flexibility. Be like, you know what? You guys got a giant game out of nowhere, so it's okay that your shit's not stream ready. Plus, it's like the first custom game to really blow up big time in Dota 2. So
Yeah.
obviously, Valve has now been like, okay, now we actually have to fix all these things so that this game can actually be a competitive game in spec.
Classic.
Yeah. It is kind of cool, though. We have our own built-in instant replay here in terms of watching from the client. So if we miss something or want clarification, we get to kind of go back
There's the
and see what happened.
Now you figured it out.
That's the real ticket here. Really,
right.
we've got an advanced production.
I noticed Toby went for the instant level 2 ogre, by the way. I saw it flash across Amaz's stream. So Toby really nailing it right now. But I guess you guys are all seeing Amaz's game. So what do we got here? He's got double quap and one axe just chilling. I think that's one of the things that I noticed about the higher tier players. They do way more double units. I think that's kind of like becoming the meta. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, like have two of them on the board at the same time?
Yeah, like I see a lot of double razors or a lot of double Queen of Pains and stuff like that, or even like double Juggernauts. They just like they don't really. I don't know. Whenever I play, I kind of in my head think like, oh, I need all my synergies and I need, I'm trying to get 3 different hunters, but sometimes some units are just better.
I think it's because a lot of times there are benefits stack. Like if you get 2 Beastmasters, for example, their axes will amplify each other. Because they're both technically Beastmasters. Double Demon obviously makes sense because you still get the Demon bonus, even though they're both demons, they're technically the same unit. And then the other thing is that if you stack benefits, it's almost always better. For example, 2 of the same AOE heroes means that their damage patterns are going to be exactly the same both times that they're done, which means it's more likely to either one-shot the backline, for example, or just to be better in senses like that. So I think that's why probably.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense when you see it.
All right, so we're on Bulldog now. I'll just kind of keep you guys updated. So,
Oh, I see.
yeah, I'm playing production here, so you guys do what you can to help me fill in between. We're a team.
Don't worry, we got that in spades.
So Amaz off to a little bit of a rough start, though.
Basically, people who fail at life is very
Is he?
miserable and feel very bad.
I can't see the scoreboard, and I guess
I mean, it's 90%. It doesn't really matter. I mean, sometimes you want to go on a losing streak,
That's true.
to kick the game off, go eco, where you're just building up a ton of gold.
What are thoughts about saving items? Do you guys just use your items right away, generally speaking, or do you think about saving them for later pickups?
It depends how likely it is to become amazing. Like, for example, a cloak is only going to turn into a hood. And so you throw it on your front liner pretty much right away. Sometimes I like it on like mid liner, back liner, like Shadow Fiend, because they die to AoEs once in a while. But like an item like that is pretty safe to just toss right away. But if it's something like, sometimes like Ring of Health, Void Stones, you have to be really careful. Crowns.
Or like claws,
those are-
too. And get
Yeah.
Chrysalis later.
Exactly. Crystals is really easy to make. So some of those items you have to be very careful with whether or not you use them early. So I think you should use them. I don't think you should like sit them on your board for like 15 rounds like some players do. But it just balance it based on what's necessary. Basically.
I tend to try and go for like adding. I don't know, I try and put my items all on something I'm gonna sell relatively soon as well. Tends to
good
be
idea.
the play.
Well, Bulldog enthusiastic as always, talking some smack against poor Toby Wan here.
Oh, you have his audio playing?
Very, very slightly. It's about like 2% in the
I like
background, but I could hear him using some choice profanities to describe his feelings. So certainly filled with confidence. Toby,
not
one of the
doing too bad.
lower ranked players in this event, actually. Only a Knight 6.
It's all right. He's on the come up. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I think Bulldog's board is actually looking really good though. He's got at least 2 minutes ago he had a level 2 axe, level 2 tiny, and level 2 drow ranger. Like fast level 2 drow is one of the best units in my opinion. It kind of sucks by itself, but it amplifies its own damage, so it's just like a high damage tower. Plus it has undead, and you can prep into hunter so easily.
Wait, which one? Who are you looking at?
He's top center. I believe.
No,
Unless
no,
I'm in a different game, you
he's been changed to. That's anime is better than Gotchi. He's now Twitch chat pleb 2K MMR because he got banned.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He
So
he does have a level 2 ench though, which is
who's
pretty
whose
boss.
anime is greater than Gotchi then?
I don't know. Andrew, do you have the knowledge?
I'm sorry. Say again.
I can't even.
Who,
Who's
who is
playing top-
who's anime over Gotchi? Someone will know in chat, I'm sure.
It's Top Center. It might be like a Steam name issue. Because when we're watching in Dota
Is
TV,
that
we don't
Fino?
have the scoreboard.
Is Fino in there?
Nah, Fino is top left. Is that Tides?
Yeah, it's Tides probably.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, chat.
Yeah,
That's what chat's here for.
He's owning it right now. Like he's got really good stuff. And as I say that, he lost 2 minutes ago. I'm so happy they fixed Tiny. When I first started playing, I was like, I'm pretty sure Toss does no damage, and I think
Yeah.
I was right. It was real bad.
Yeah, that's something else.
Toby's got a Mask of Madness. Not all bad. There's a Void Stone on who is this? Twitch chat pleb. Man, I wish they had real names. Those would make it easier.
That's Bulldog.
Okay.
All right, we're on Tide. Oh, I see. You're in the future on Tides, eh?
Yeah. All right. No, in the
Oh, no,
past
you're in
on
the present.
Tides, but we
Yeah.
are going to switch to Fino. Whoops. Fino, who's currently in first place.
Oh no, Toby must be listening to Bulldog because now he's calling him toxic.
But this is Fino's stream. This is one of our. Ooh, he's a queen. Wow.
It's got a sick courier.
He really
High
does.
expectations. He better not lose. He is running a. So you can see he only has like 10 gold. So he's basically like spending everything he goes, but it's because he's on a major win streak. So whenever you're on a big win streak like this, you just want to keep spending. Like you really don't want to drop the streak. Obviously, you're still going to try and look for your interests, but it's like more important to ensure that you're keeping that streak alive than to have one more interest in a turn. He's got that level 2 bounty, dude. They're so strong.
Yeah, he's got Goblin bonus too.
I'm bullying Toby too.
It's pretty early Necro. So he's got Goblin bonus plus he has minus armor on enemy.
What do you guys think about Lone Druid? Every time we talk about level 4 heroes, that's the one that always comes to mind where I'm tempted when I see him pop up into my options, but I almost always regret it.
It just kind of depends how successful, like how much frontliners do you have basically? Can you get the bear off reliably? If you can, it's fine. If you need more tank, it's great as like a transition. If
Yeah.
you have like weak frontliners, but if you ever play Druid, it's kind of hard to get like quad Druid sometimes, but if you do, you can get crazy fast level ups, and then it's amazing. Like once you get to level 2 Lone Druid, it's great.
I would say in like 90% of games, if I see Lone Druid, I'm taking it. And now he's even stronger than before because beasts are all better. So like even just the 2 beast is better than it was before. So
90% of the time you take it. I thought you were gonna say pass it up, to be honest.
no, God, no. 90% of the time, always take it. Like big fan of Lone Druid. I mean, obviously the earlier you get it, the better because he can really carry you through a mid game. Like if you get a level 2 Ench and a level 2 Lone Druid, you can pretty much win most rounds for a very long time.
That's true.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Have you ever done
Yeah,
Druid
tank so
and
much
Mech
damage.
together like that? You actually feel like a god in the mid game.
It depends.
That's
Yeah,
probably
it,
true.
it depends if you don't have enough damage though. Oh,
That's
sorry, 3 beast. Yes, my apologies.
And you gotta draw the right things. Wait,
Yeah.
does it take 3 beasts now?
Yeah, it's 3 and 6 now.
Okay. That explains why the numbers were different.
Toby
'Cause it
won,
was 2, 4,
struggling a
and
little.
6, but yeah.
Doesn't that just mean it's worse? I'm confused. I guess it's better if you have 3, but it's worse if you have 4.
Yeah, 6 beast is like pretty undoable. I mean, obviously it's doable, but I would say your comp's gonna be pretty weird if you actually make it all the way to 6 beasts.
Yeah, that's true. That was my experience as well, usually.
It's 2, the change is reverted. Okay, I'm not an idiot. All right, thank you. Life keeps on changing.
Man,
Thank you,
this would
chat.
be
You guys were helpful before.
this would be so much easier to cast if we could watch the board live.
Just in game. Yeah, no, it really
Yeah.
would be. But that's why you get the bonus points for being here, Purge. We're casting the alpha right now. This isn't ship
That's
ready.
true.
Yeah, we're on the forefront of technology here.
Hey, can we check out some people that are getting that are mid tier right now? By any
Sure.
chance? Oh, is he gonna lose? After he might lose his fight though. It looks like he's gonna lose his.
Oh, I,
He has so many items on his bounty hunter. Holy shit!
he did
Did you
lose
see
that
that?
fight. I cut a little
Yeah.
early. Sorry about
He had
that.
2 rings of health. and like a Mask of Menace, and a Blade of Attack. That's crazy.
Bounty's so good for that, honestly. Like his early game damage is very high. He
It
definitely
really is.
falls off a little bit, but this is probably the best start you can have, right? Though those three goblins, like Clock, Timber, and Bounty Hunter, because it lets you either go into Assassins if it looks good, or you can just go into anything else and get rid of your Bounty Hunter eventually, and you can just keep Clockwork and Clockwork and Timber like forever as tanks.
So we are looking at the Swim Strim right now. EG Swim. He is second to last, just ahead of Toby, 70%.
Swim Stream.
The Swim Strim.
That's a pretty awesome Twitch tag.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Man, he is praying for druids, eh? It's this is the worst feeling when you have these guys and you're just like, all right, come on, lone druid, but you really don't want to roll
Yeah.
because you're getting your economy going, but you're like, but if I get that lone druid, and then Bulldog, of
Yeah.
course, gets the lone druid before you, so he is too. Or he's got level 2.
It's actually the worst when you have like, especially when you get to like territory where you have like 2 sets of level 2s and you're just like, I need a lone druid, and all of a sudden my whole board is level 3s.
Yeah.
It's a huge game changer.
I mean, that's kind of the thing about Dota chess in general that actually makes it really interesting and fun, though, is like sometimes you just got to go where the game takes you. Like you can't start every game of auto chess going, all right, I'm going mech trolls.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna work. Sure, you're gonna win some games, but
Yeah.
a lot of the time you're not just gonna be able to get what you think is gonna win you every single match.
No, I'll tell you, I've lost at least 2 games I can remember in recent memory where I was all in on trolls and that damn troll warlord just never came out, and that is the most infuriating thing in the world. That combo
Yeah.
specifically, you're just sitting there with 3 trolls and you're just complete garbage until you get the 4th piece.
I had level 2 Shadow Shaman and Witch Doctor on turn like 4 when I was playing, and I was like, oh my god, all right, I'm destined to go trolls. I don't have a choice here. Like these Witch Doctors just popping off, like the only 2 stars I'm getting. And then I rolled 60 gold at level 9 and didn't get a single troll warlord and didn't get one the whole game. And I was like, well, so much for this one.
Did other people in the game have one? Because there's actually
No, that was the thing. There were
that's terrible.
no troll warlords.
It's too bad, man.
It was the sad life, but that's auto chess sometimes. But I tried to force it, and I was punished. Do you guys have a go-to strat though?
Not really. I like being flexible. I kind of play auto chess same as Dota. I like changing it up every game.
I like warriors. I find warriors to be a very safe foundation. I think like warrior hunter is just a very straightforward, meaty front line, damage back line. It's kind of a good, safe starter way.
Yeah, it's pretty damn stable. I think when it hits that late game, I'm always fishing for dragons. Like the level 2 Dragonite has got to be the most value unit in the game.
That's a Pokemon. Oh wait, no, it isn't.
No, it's a Dota hero. But
Your two words flowed too well together. It's like
Sorry.
Dragonite. That's a Pokemon, dude.
I mean, the Pokemon auto chess is definitely coming, but still.
You're definitely right. Actually, that'll be good. It's just like Warcraft 3 custom games back in the day. It's like you start off with like Winter Mall, and then all of a sudden it was like every other mode. I used to love playing Pokemon, dude. That was like one of my favorite things as a high schooler.
That game was pretty
Nice.
popular. I remember my friend's little brother playing it quite a bit. Well, we're watching the Bulldog stream right now. Looks like he's doing some research on WePlay, reading Liquipedia. So apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Limited control in this scenario.
Dude.
Well, I'm interested too. He just wants to see, who's playing. He's like, oh my god, they're going to game 3, eh?
Oh, that's right, because there's a new WePlay tournament that just started.
Well,
I
good
just
luck,
saw that.
Cinderin, because obviously he's in game 3, so hopefully he takes it for us.
Aosin's running the Marana. It seems like.
Dude, he's going in. I'm impressed. How
High
is
risk,
he
high
doing? I
reward.
guess. I guess I can see
He's
on
good.
the Bulldog
He's
stream. Eh?
middle of the pack.
Is everything sorted by ranks? Who's overperforming here? I mean, Tides is on a Smurf. I guess Bulldog's overperforming. I don't think Bulldog's ranked higher than Rook, unless I'm mistaken.
Actually, not sure.
B9 is underperforming. I see he's fallen back down to Bishop. Sure, he's very disappointed in himself. I know he's been up in the Rooks. Probably had some rough games, or maybe he didn't get. I know there were some issues this morning where people weren't getting their upgrades at the end of games.
I think I also find myself gravitating towards Lycan a lot. Maybe I'm just like tempted by any of the heroes that have 3 attributes instead of just 2. But I like that he summoned wolves, and he always just feels like a safe pick that helps turn fights a little bit.
It's safe early on. Later on, though, I kind of like him because I feel like he's a little underpicked because people kind of realize he's not that great damage wise. He's like basically a tank. I've
Yeah.
never had like assassin hybrid with him either because the wolves are technically assassin. I don't know if they get the buff actually.
Yeah,
Maybe they
I've
don't.
heard conflicting on if they do or if they don't get the buff because they're labeled assassins, but
I think summons don't get the buffs because they have to
Yeah.
be active at the start. So it's like the same if you have magic resistance reduction or like a negative buff and they start spawning units. I think they don't have those.
as you can see with Twitch chat, they do, they don't. Like it's, I had assassins and Lycans, I couldn't see them critting, but then other people are telling me, yeah, they do. So
The easiest way to tell is to look for the animation above their head. I'm pretty sure they don't. They do
yeah,
have
they
the assassin.
100% don't get the
buff.
animation. So, but anyway, you know, one thing I also learned today is that items in the backpack actually work. I didn't know that. My brain was just
Oh.
like, oh, this is
That's
Dota.
cool.
Of course they're not going to work.
That makes me feel a lot better. I
Huh.
think I had one game where I like put a stout shield and a blightstone on some unit, and then like late game I was fucked. I was like, oh no, I can't make some big item.
Yeah, I definitely left my Dragon Knight under itemized because of that.
Back on Amaz here.
I should just full screen the Twitch stream, to be honest. I keep like looking at gameplay 2 minutes in the past, and it's not going to be helpful.
Yeah.
So how much
You
does
know,
mana
if you
cost?
guys,
Tier 3?
If you auto chess noobs out there want some great advice, make sure you don't forget about level 15. It's kind of like
I forget that every time.
forgetting to like take the Roche timer. You know, I remember I put a sticky note by my monitor to try and teach myself to take Roche timers. That's pretty much what I need about round 15 in auto chess. I always forget, and then it happens, and then the wolves jump my back damage dealers, and I lose the wolf round, and I'm just so sad.
Yep.
So I basically reversed your units on the wolf one. They'll all jump to the back line, which will then be your tanks. And then remember to switch them back. Then you're in trouble.
Trent, that's a great tip.
I got you guys. Don't worry.
I've got by that one many a time. What
Yeah.
about Sniper? He's also been a kind of a controversial pick. I've heard some people say that he's pretty garbage because of the dwarf mechanic. You get the extra range, but not a hell of a lot of synergy with him compared to other options.
I mean, dwarf isn't great, but he does a lot of fucking damage, even at level 1.
Yeah.
He's maybe the best hunter, I would dare say. Like the 3-cost ones, like Wind Ranger and Sniper are pretty similar. I think his
Yeah.
spell's way worse, but his attack seems a little better.
I've seen more people taking Wind Ranger than before. She seems a little bit more popular at the moment. Maybe because her elf synergy, again, as you point out, is a little bit better because there seem to be more people rolling out elves than previously. But I think Sniper's really good. He's really good when you get items. That's where
Yeah.
he really shines. It feels like, you know, you get one damage item on him, and you're like, oh yeah, get a Maelstrom or something.
Yeah, I like him for that too.
Yeah, I'm into that. I've had some okay Sniper games.
What do you
Dude,
think
Bulldog's
about
still owning.
what do you think about
Like
Amaz putting
87%?
his profit on the front like that? He just has to do it because he's going elves or something. Seems kind of weird.
Who's doing that? Sorry.
Amaz. Let's take a look
he
here.
had his profit like in the front.
I think most people do that because he's if he has elves, right, he basically acts as a tank. Like, he wanted to take a lot of damage. As long as he gets off one treant, that's where you want your Nature's Prophet to be, because he doesn't actually do that much damage, right?
It's not bad. I mean, the problem is that he has 0 armor. He's a really low armor hero compared to normal.
That is true.
So it doesn't. I don't know. I just don't think he can function as a frontliner really. But
I think
maybe it's
there's like
just-
6 people, or all 3 of them in this game are doing it.
I
So,
mean, when you look at
B9, Amaz, and Anthony, or Swim, all have them in front.
yeah,
It
when
is
you
an
look
easy
at the
upgrade,
other
though.
elves though, like who's a better option here? You know, it's definitely not PA, definitely not Queen of Pain, definitely not TA. Like
trees the best.
Yeah.
Oh, in this example, yeah, he doesn't have.
he's
many
just
other options.
comparatively tanky.
Damn.
Does he have 6 elves? He
Yeah,
does.
yeah, he's rocking 6 elves
Hell
and a
yeah.
queen.
In which case, it's kind of working. Yeah.
It seems pretty good.
Yeah, he gets a summon off.
He's got his assassin bonus. Look at that crit from TA. Taking him down.
Damn, that's pretty good. Toby is in big time trouble here though, boys. 10%.
Oh shit.
He just lost the last round. This could be the end of Toby. He could actually be the first one eliminated here from the Beat Invitational Auto Chess.
Well, as of I know I don't think he's streaming, right? So we can't see.
Correct. He is not. At least,
Uh,
I guess I'll double check, but he said he wasn't going to stream.
As of 2 minutes ago, he does not have a lot of synergy going on. He's got double orcs. He has just a level 2 morphling with no assassin or elemental bonus. Just a Medusa with no bonus, and everything's just dying. He's getting chewed up and spit out.
Looking at the Toby cam in the past here, and can confirm he is not live.
Toby is we're thankful to have Toby because he's helping to put perspective in, right? With like, people say this is just a big RNG game, but you got to see the difference between these high ranks. And Toby is, as expected, kind of getting dumpstered. But I would also get dumpstered, so that's okay.
It is very hard in auto chess to see like the skill difference, because it's all just like very slight decision making in terms of like placement and what pieces you choose. So it's hard not to get like Dunning-Kruger a little bit about rankings.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Thankfully, we're gonna have Cap in the next group as well, and that's kind of supposed to function the same way. So it should be good.
It's true. I mean, Dota chess is still very early in its life cycle, so a lot of learning to do, and it's cool that the game is still evolving. Like, I'm glad that they're coming out with regular patches, coming out with new chesses.
Level 2 like in here.
Watching the Pheno stream right now. He was number 1 for a while here. He's now dropped into 3rd, behind that of Tides and shoot, who's our other guy? Who's our misnamer?
Which one? Bulldog? First place, you mean?
Oh yeah, that's Bulldog. Yep.
Bulldog God?
Twitch chat, please.
Dude, I hope Bulldog
Should know.
wins. That would be so hype.
I mean, dude, he's in a good spot right now.
He's got some nice knight synergy going. He's working on level 2 Abba, at least in the past. I know you guys can't see him, but he has 3 knights at the moment. So, oh no, never mind. He's 4. He's got his Omni. So, yeah, he's looking real nice.
Got
So
the
what do you think
undead
about,
bonus going. Level
what do
2
you think
lone
about
druid.
Pheno's decision to spend so much money that round. So he popped up. He went for like a push to level 9. Then he did
Yeah.
some rerolls and stuff. He went down to like 20 gold. Do you
I
think
was
that's
watching
worth it?
Super JJ play as well with Life Coach earlier this morning, and it was interesting that a lot of them seem to roll pretty high at level 9 rather than like pushing to level 10 with 50. I'm kind of surprised he did because he has so much life, but I guess he really felt like he would power spike and then maybe go on a win streak and just like start to carry from here.
I think so.
But
There's
yeah,
sort of
he's
a break
rolling
point
lot
you
right
hit
now.
at 9 when you get the increased chance for the level 5 chesses.
But
And
like he's never gonna get level 10 now. He just spent like all of his he's just trying to get a druid here. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, he's rolling.
That never
But yeah, his
feels good.
economy is now dead, right? That's pretty painful.
Is this the end of Toby? 4%. Final round. And there it is. Toby's going to be eliminated.
Rest in peace, Toby.
Who
Well,
killed him?
Condolences. So now everyone
Pheno-
else,
Pheno 11-0'd him.
the top 7, now all guaranteed at least into the next round. It's just a decider between the losers or the uppers. Sort
Damn.
of like
Bulldog
our
is
version of a
slaying it.
double elim bracket.
Bulldog has a 10x win streak that just popped up. Holy.
So we're going to switch back to Bulldog in the past here in game client.
You got that druid finally.
Yeah, he's good now.
So what's so special about his lineup? Over here.
How about Bulldogs?
Yeah.
It's mid-game knights. That's pretty much what carries you. They're really strong at this point in the game. And so ideally what you want to be doing right now with this win streak is you want to be building into your finish. So probably dragons, I would guess, because then you can replace the Omni Knight with a Dragon Knight, and then you have the now he's level 2 Omni, but you replace the Omni with the Dragon Knight so you keep your undead bonus. Potentially the CK as well. Depends on which one seems to be helping you more in the game. And just try and surround your Dragon Knight, right? Get a puck, get a Viper if you can.
So here we are on the swim stream. He is now in last place, just after Toby. 12% remaining. Getting close to do or die time for him. What do we have here? Looks like some druids. Wind Ranger in the back. Sort of an interesting mix of chesses.
He's close to dying, so he's got to spend probably. He really needs another TA.
Everyone is slotting into their into their proper ranks here. You know, Toby dead last, Swim next to go potentially.
Could buy that third razor. A little surprised he didn't.
I think you mentioned it earlier, but what's Bulldog's proper rank pre-ban?
I think he's like just hovering up in between bishop and knight.
Okay. A standout performance.
Oh yeah, he is overperforming hard right now. He is like OG TI in it right now.
Well, you know, that's Bulldog. You know, up against the wall when the pressure's on. He's your boy.
Do you guys know that Plague Wards have 100% magic resistance?
Yeah, they don't take any magic damage or anything. Yeah, they're normal.
Dude, that's
doing
insane.
their
Is he
thing.
going to be able to clean this up? No, I don't think so. Mitigates the losses, but wow.
Oh, man.
Venomancer.
It depends on evasion.
The bueno.
Probably doesn't sound very exciting when you guys probably saw it on the stream 10 seconds ago. Though.
We're working at the Kings, you know.
So, run Ricky over for me again. What is
Well,
it?
Andrew,
Just,
do you see one?
is there value in? I mean, does it matter though keeping your bench invisible? I mean, obviously it matters a little bit, but I mean, how significant of a mechanic is that?
pretty
I've had trouble
niche.
wrapping my brain around that one.
I'm really surprised they added it. It sounds kind of useless, frankly. Like there's very few pieces where that seems good for. Like maybe Dragon Knights sometimes end up contested, sometimes Trolls we've talked about, but for the most part, by what's on someone's board, you can tell what they're going for, right?
Yeah.
So it's
But it could be-
it's not
I'm-
really worth it.
I check boards and stuff if I'm looking for a high contested piece. Like if I want to go Luna's one game, I know everybody fucking loves Luna's because their damage is so high. Or if I'm going
Yeah.
like Druids or something, or if I am trying to build towards, I don't know, something that's popular, Shadow Fiends and things like that. There's a couple of units where I could see protecting would be useful, but I don't think I'd ever do it just to have that benefit. I would only want to do it if it was like, if I shit, I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Like if you had assassins, if you needed like six assassins or
That's
something.
Exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. If I was also running assassins, then I'd do it maybe, but that's about it. But then if you're going assassins, what piece are you playing that's contested? Most is other than like TA or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I feel like the Ricky he could have something extra. You know what I mean? He could have two abilities. I'm sure he'll probably end up getting a second ability. Like he might get smoke screen and have that bonus, and he still probably wouldn't be broken. Just seems kind of trash currently.
That was kind of my thought as well, but I thought there could be something that I was missing.
Is this an in-game of Bloody Nine?
In-game of Bloody Nine, and now we're going to cut back to live Amaz, who is actually struggling pretty hard right now. 1%. This is do or die for him.
Dude, I love these transitions. Oh, the 1% Monka S. Oh goodness. This is the danger zone, man. This is the worst feeling in auto chess. So you're holding all this gold, and you're like, all right, I can't lose a single round, but I also don't want to kill my economy. So you have to know if you're gonna make it or not.
It's like the elves
Like-
not quite holding out into the late game. Ooh, he's got an Enigma there. So
Did he?
once you get towards the late game,
Jeez.
there is a point where you start kind of transitioning to less prioritized synergies and start swapping in just, level 5 chesses, right? Like your Enigmas, your Tides. If you find a Tide Hunter, sometimes you're going to throw him in there whether he fits your lineup or not.
Tide basically fits every lineup.
Sure.
That's why the 9 hero synergies are so. Oh, he's dead. Is that Bulldog? Is he getting bulldogged? Oh, it's Anthony. Oh, or Swim. Swim took him down, man. Swim was in the danger zone for the longest time, and he gets the kill.
All right. Well.
Oh, instant DC. He's done. Get him out of here.
All right, well, he'll have a round off before he comes back for round 3 when the lowers go back at it.
I wish you would have given it a thumbs down. That would have been the perfect.
Yeah, that was definitely the play. All right, throw to rep here, B9. Oh my god, that Techie's mine. Man, Techie's. Oh jeez, he is getting bopped.
Yeah.
That's Eoson's lineup, right? Yeah.
That was incredible.
Meanwhile, on Eoson's board, he took the big hit from Bulldog.
Yeah, we're back on live Bulldog now. Our leader
Bulldog
by a
is
good
going
margin
for the
here, 84% remaining.
Oh, he lost his streak 2 minutes ago. I didn't even realize. He only took 3 damage, and now he hasn't lost since then. So Bulldog is moving forward as they head to round 30 soon.
Is he transitioning well though? I mean, he's probably got crazy good economy, right? Yeah, he's not 10.
But yeah, he's at 50 gold. He's got level 1 Tide,
Ooh,
level 2 Deucer.
those call downs, man.
Disruptor wrecked him really hard there. He got his lone druid spawn, but that was what.
But then the
Okay.
Night Shields, they come online.
I love Gyrocopter. He's one of the most satisfying heroes, I think.
When you have mage bonus and you have a gyrocopter, it's feeling real good.
Yeah.
Basically, like mage bonus with any like strong piece just
Yeah.
becomes.
Do we have anyone rocking the 3 mage in this one?
I don't think so.
I'm
Somebody
trying
does.
to recall. I don't remember seeing a lot of mages. That's kind of interesting.
Somebody does for sure because I saw the negative debuff on Bulldog just now. Must be Aosin, I think. I think Aosin had it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe he does.
Where is he? Oh. I guess we'll see in a moment when they respawn.
Oh, Tides is running all mages, is he? He's maging it up. Oh, yeah, he's got Razor and CM. And his Coddle. Wonder if he's level 2 Coddle yet in the real world.
Man, look at all these goblins for Eosin.
I
course,
haven't actually
Alchemist-
watched the new Alc yet.
Yeah, I was just going to say, changed from having the acid spray, now he's got chemical rage instead.
He doesn't have any minus armor, though. So he's
Yeah.
basically just has this goblin for the goblin bonus.
Feels
It's
like a pretty big
probably
nerf.
worse.
I mean, if you were playing a goblin-based lineup and you get that alchemist pretty early, it felt god tier.
I wouldn't say it's a nerf. I think it's just different. I think he just made goblins better, but he made his overall usability worse.
One
So
way
maybe
it's
that is
definitely
different
worse
from
though is it
Yeah.
doesn't amplify the damage that Techie's Mind does anymore because Techie's
is
Mind is
true.
physical. So that's a huge
Right.
nerf. He's basically like a second bounty hunter now is how you probably have to look at him, but you need to get him level 2 kind of. So I feel like he needs items, but that's like mid game items, and that's kind of hard to do sometimes. And he's melee, which makes it weirder. It's like some weird like DPS tank hybrid.
He'd be really good with undead, I would think. Some minus armor going on.
Why? Just because of
Just to help
him
us right
staying
click. I mean,
alive.
just he attacks so much.
Yeah, and he has Warlock. That part's kind of good, I guess. Like if you get lifesteal and damage on him, he could be definitely.
That
good.
is true, actually. Yeah, he works a lot better with his warlock now because he's
Yeah.
already regenning.
Arguably good before too, because if you deal more damage because someone has minus armor, then you lifesteal more. So you could argue that it was kind of similar. But now the fact that he gets regen and lifesteal, like he's definitely way more survivable. See, look, Aosin does have 2 blades of attack on him.
Yeah.
2 blades in the Blightstone.
Andrew, can we get a Tide stream? Is that the one you bring? Oh, you're already onto one. Excellent.
Well, so I just
Pheno.
switched to Phenos.
No, Pheno's good. I'm
So
into
yeah,
that too.
I found there's an issue. If people are streaming in 720p, it does not match up with my overlays. So the 1080p streamers are getting a little bit of extra love today on the Moonduck Hub.
Gotcha.
They deserve it.
So B9 was murdered. I see. He's still in there, but he was taken out by a bulldog.
Man,
I think at least. It's hard to tell.
well, Bulldog actually just lost a big chunk. Who just beat him? Was that Swim? Swim's on a pretty good streak right now.
Someone's alive.
We might need to switch
Swim's
back to
been
the Swim
holding.
cam. This is
Aosin got
Got
crushed.
5
by
win
Storm.
streak. He was almost dead, dude. He's starting to clean everybody out.
all right. We are gonna go to Swim here in just a second.
I've been seeing a lot of Dooms popping up. Seems like nobody's playing Doom.
He does a lot of damage.
I like his groupings of like unit placement. It's like basically like 2 little clumps of survivable things, which makes AoEs less good.
Yeah, especially when you're into like some of the certain neutral rounds and everything too.
Here we go.
But,
This is versus Bulldog. This is a big one for Swim.
Yeah, placement is one of those things that like you see some people playing and they just have their units all over the board. Like they have basically like a giant like M shape between all their units, and then you have someone like Tides that looks maybe a little bit more standard kind of. I guess he's starting to spread out a little bit as well, but
Dude, Swim
good
is
power
making
shot.
a run right now. He just beat Bulldog pretty handily. And
What are
Pheno
his
just took a
bonuses?
big chunk. This is turning into a pretty interesting top 4.
he's got some elves rocking.
So any night bonuses? I don't even think he has a beast bonus. It's just like elves.
This
He's
is
got a lot of
raw
level
damage from Luna and SF and Wind Ranger. Really, actually, he has pretty well spread damage.
He's got 3 level 3s.
He just sold the Ench. I'm sure you guys all know that trick, right? You get 2 Enches, upgrade to a level 3, and sell it back for 3 gold.
Don't you only get one extra gold doing that, right?
Yeah, you get free gold.
Oh. That is a nice little trick.
Forgot about it.
Looks like Tides is hanging in there as well.
Damn, he got the instant silence onto his Razor though, but it should be all right still.
Dude, that Kato on the back line might have just crippled Swim. Oh, it's going to be close. And he's actually going to do it again. Survives with 2.
That is one thing about mages. If your first volley doesn't take down some of those key units, like let's say that Luna had died, who was at like 10% HP, he probably would have lost that round.
Andrew, can you stop spoiling me? You're 10 seconds ahead, okay?
Oh.
That was a joke. You should think of the stream, not me.
Did you ever have one of those instances where you accidentally left a game when you were casting and you had to co-cast from 2 minutes in the past?
No,
I've done that one a
sounds
few times. That one's really hard to fake.
I don't know if I've ever done that one, actually.
Like
It is
you
feasible. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do it as the producer because, like,
Yeah.
if you're the one who's streaming, that's never gonna happen. But as the co-caster, I pulled that one out a couple times.
Bulldog just got level 3 Chaos Knight. That's scary.
Do you guys try to work Demon Hunters into your comps usually, or is it something you relatively ignore unless someone else is going for
I
Demons?
think that's why people are really into elves right now, if I had to guess, because you can drop the anti-mage and you can get him early. He's not a super big committal, and then like he can counter some heroes really well at a couple rounds.
Yeah,
And then-
like for
and
instance,
even-
Bulldog really hates running into an AM right now.
So, guys, this is actually a pretty big deal for Swim. He has made a run up to top 2 now. Fino and Tides have been eliminated, and it is just Swim on Bulldog. This is a
Dude,
one-on-one.
Bulldog's slaying it.
So we're going to stay on the Swim cam here. If this is an underdog story, we want to see it from this perspective. Finds a Lich here, level 5. Looks like he's going to let that go.
I would say the problem with his lineup is that he has no stun, which can cause some problems, but it all depends on who you're fighting. So we'll have to see how he plays out versus the Bulldog lineup, because there's some lineups where the Ravage and stuff doesn't matter too much, but then there's other ones where it's like, okay, I actually need a Ravage right now. But Bulldog, he's not running any magic, right? For the most part, he's got a Lich, so the Naga isn't that crazy. He doesn't have like a ton of AoE stuff coming out.
He's a double tied to it look like.
Still rocking
double
that Luna.
tied,
Man, his Luna's got a Maelstrom, too.
Luna items are just the dream. Oh, we got Hyperstone too.
That's an AC.
Dude, getting
for sure.
AC in this game, that feels so good.
I've never gotten one. I've wanted to, but I've never been able to do it.
It's actually bonkers. I think it's like 10 armor for your team and minus 10 armor for their team,
Yeah.
and then 15 attack speed for your aura and negative 15. It's literally like it does the same for both ways. It's crazy.
All right. Big round here.
What's
Good
he going for,
spread
Warlock?
from Swim.
Jeez, he was so close to losing a couple times. If his Luna ever gets clipped, he is just so done.
Why do you swap the Necro in over the Razor? What's the
Probably
bonus?
Warlock bonus.
It's a lot of AoE
looks
damage.
like
I don't
they do
think
have
Swim
it.
can do it. Luna's doing what she can. She's actually putting in a
Ravages.
lot of work, but it's not enough.
Is it over?
It's getting close. TA's still in the back line. It's going to be way closer than I thought. The Bear's still alive. TA's actually going to clean this up. TA versus Chaos Knight. He's got the Night buff. I think he might be able to do it, but no, Refraction back the other way. It's a true battle of the Titans. Another Night buff, another Refraction, but TA wins. Bulldog able to win with 1 unit surviving. Or no, I'm sorry, Swim won with one surviving. I'm sorry. I missed
Wow.
Oh,
There it is, guys. That was Auto Chess Esports. This is what you came for. It's the hype cast.
Yeah, we've now discovered how this works. The person doing the streaming has to do all the play-by-play because everyone else can only fucking react 10 seconds
Yeah.
later.
All right, especially those 2 units. Refraction, Night buff, Refraction. They're just throwing pebbles at each other.
At least they got rid of Slark's Shadow Dance. That one was pretty bad too. So he has no Naga bonus, and he actually did get annihilated by magic in that last one. Like the Gyrocopter came down, the Ravages. So I wonder if he's like considering maybe trying to get a Medusa in here and a Tide Hunter. would make a big difference. Treant at this point just feels so awful, but of course he needs that elf bonus.
Oh, his anti-mage changed targets halfway through. I don't know why, but that was weird.
This looks like a much better spread for Bulldog. This Chain Frost doing a lot of work on the back line now, and it's going to be all Bulldog all day. Move your thing up. I can't quite
Oh,
see.
man,
Yep, there
that
it is.
Chain
Going to
Frost
be
is
minus
shredding.
3. We'll have one more round for Swim at least. Or minus 6, I suppose. Brutal.
Oh man. And that was like all Enigma that round, eh? All right, does he make any adjustments?
Picks up an Enigma. Oh, he gets a Gyrocopter and a Death Prophet, but he's got no money. Not going to sell anything back.
I mean, he's not even sure where to go right now.
Picking up more Lunas, it looks like.
Okay, am I crazy? Does he have the Warlock bonus? Am I crazy?
He does, I think.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
he is
sure
the
who is
Enigma.
it.
You just can barely see it because
Oh,
it's so dark right there.
I think he made a mistake there, though. He should have sold Necrophos and gotten Death Prophet. Because
Wow.
he would have still had the Warlock bonus. They're actually... Are they the same?
Did
Wait,
you
no.
see that Tide get a Photic shielded right before he was going to die?
yeah,
so he's
they're
still
the
ravaged?
same.
Death
duo.
Prophet, they're the same bonuses, right? So why not do a Death Prophet over a Warlock? He'd have the same bonuses and it's probably better.
It's going to be
I see.
close here, boys. This could be the end, and it is. Bulldog's going to take it.
Wow. Bulldog, ladies and gentlemen. BSJ was right all along. The true success for Dota players is switching to auto chess.
There it is. There's your final score screen. Bulldog number 1, Swim number 2, Tides of Time number 3, Pheno 4, Eosin takes 5th, Bloody 9 takes 6th.
5 candies.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
No one. He had a level 3 Luna as well. That's really, really strong.
Yeah. Damn.
Good
Bulldog
units.
gonna be so
Good
sad he's
team.
on the Smurf now, though.
Okay. That's a pretty exciting first round. So, as mentioned before, Toby, the first one eliminated from that round, eliminated from the tournament. The next after that will be placed in the lower bracket, which is our round 3. Let's go ahead and just pull up the little overlay I have for it here so we can once again. Where do we got? There it is. So we just finished Group A with the Maz and Pheno. We are now going into Group B. That's going to be BSJ, Crane 333, Super JJ, Brain TM, I Annihilate, Capitalist, Language Hacker, and Michael Udall. After that, the loser rounds, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th place from each group is going to be going up. And then that final round, top 3 from A, top 3 from B, and then the top 2 from losers A and B, that round 3.
Toby is not appreciative of our format. Bro, you just had to get not last. It's a hard life. It's a hard life, you know.
It is.
He needed his learning experience, and we didn't give it to him. You know, I saw WePlay has that new, like, you're never out on your first loss system in some of their tournaments, so that's what we needed here. Toby,
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm
Well-
sorry you had to be the sacrifice.
Now, I will say, in our defense, it was a little bit different coming up with formats for groups of 8 like this, where you're placed all the way through, because Dota is pretty binary. You know, it's all just powers of 2, winners move on, that kind of thing. So we wanted to try something a little different, wanted to put something on the line. It seemed like just doing A and B for seeding or something was just a waste of everyone's time. So I don't know. Definitely open to feedback, though, format-wise, because this is much different than anything we've done with Dota 2.
I think because the skill level is so varied across the players that I think it's completely fine to like kick people out on the first loss. Because that game wasn't even like Toby wasn't even close to being second, for example. And I think if I was in there instead of Toby, I would have been the same. I would have gone out right away, most likely.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine for a first tournament format.
Yeah. But always happy to hear feedback with new stuff like this, boys and girls. You can tweet at BD Sports or at Moonduck. It's all pretty interconnected here. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to